In 2024, I did review over 20 trainers. Some were hype trainers, some were general trainers. However, all sneakers reviewed I genuinely liked and I had an interest in. The reason being is I only buy trainers that I like to wear and not to hold to resell.
Nike hates resellers. This is a fact, bro. You need to do your homework.
This video will give you some insight into what I actually wore in 2024. I'll split this into the following category: everyday wear, and this is in my entire collection, not just 2024. What I'm wearing from 2024 pickups, smart casual, what I wear for my smart casual, which is not going to be too many trainers, probably one or two, and my favorite of all-rounder sneaker. Now, there are two sneakers that I wear regularly. One I wear more in winter, so very current, and the other was more in the spring, summer. So do you remember the Epic Reacts?
Runners have always wanted their cushioning to do it all. They just never thought foam was going to be the thing to do it.
Well, this is one of my favorite sneakers of all time. And the specific one that I have is a Night by You version. Now, when I designed this, I thought this was dope. I thought this was off the cuff, several years down the line. You know what? It still looks good. Now, the one thing that I like about these is the comfort. Also, the shape of the sneaker. It's a good looking shape. What I'm currently wearing for autumn, though, is slightly different. I'm wearing the VaporMax Utilities. I don't know if you remember them. They came out in 2019, and that was when the VaporMax trend was really high. These utilities came out, and it was more for the running. So when VaporMax was passed as a running trainer, to be honest, I wouldn't run in VaporMaxes. Some people, if you run in them, let me know, but I tend not to run in them. But this was passed as a running trainer, and it was almost like an all-terrain off-road type trainer. It can cover all terrains, all weathers. And this is probably the reason why I bought this sneaker. I wanted to wear a VaporMax, but I also wanted it to be weatherproof. And this has weatherproof material, and to be honest, it's held up well over the years. And I've worn it a lot. This is my regular trainer for the winter, and I've worn it since 2019 as a winter trainer. However, as time has passed, the design has kind of gone down in my head, but the quality of the materials is proven. No issues, and the VaporMax Air unit has no problem. It's actually held up quite well. There's still air, it hasn't popped. The only issue I have is the VaporMax did have the stability issue. So you find that as you wear these sneakers, you do get that tired feel on your foot as your foot is constantly trying to readjust. But both the Epic Reacts and the Utilities are used to go to work, gym, and for anything else that I do outside. Out of my 2021 pickups, I have worn every sneaker at least once. There's only one sneaker that I haven't worn, which is the Air Jordan 1 Paris. I think the only reason is they look so clean, and I just have not found a situation where I really wanted to wear them. But this is quite rare. I do tend to wear my trainers. What was more frequently worn from my 2021 pickup was from the Adidas stable. And Adidas was more prominent in my rotation than Nikes. In particular, the SL72s and the Samoa. These two trainers, for me, were really good, and I was really hyped when I bought these trainers. They were general release, and I love a general release trainer. Sometimes I don't like too much hype. Well, the reason why I don't like too much hype is because you have high expectations, and when you actually get the trainers, sometimes your bubbles burst only because of quality issues, or the experience is not high enough to warrant the amount of money that you spent. So I'm really drawn to the SL72 and Samoa, so that's why I really like them. The look is classical and works with just about anything, in my opinion. I even took the SL72 on holiday. I was not disappointed, and the reason why I took these specifically because I was going to go into a very hot climate. I went on holiday last year to Turkey, and it was about 40 degrees at one point. And there's only so many places you can wear sliders. If you want to go to a nice restaurant, if you want to go to the mall, no one's wearing sliders all the time. So you'll find that the local people there are acclimatized to the weather. Therefore, they're wearing more conservative clothes. So when you always got your toes out, it's not a great look. Puma was also featured on my rotation in 2024, the Puma Club 2 Era and the Puma Scope. I did tend to wear the Club 2 Era a bit more than the Scope. There was no particular reason apart from the Club 2 Era suited more of what I was wearing, hence why I chose that more. But the Scope was a good look. I did like that trainer. I just like the way that it's designed. I do like the lateral side more than the medial side, because the medial side is quite plain, but the lateral side does look really good. And then the features on this particular trainer is really good. What was even better was the comfort, and then the front toe box is quite spacious as well. So that really surprised me with this trainer, and that's why I really was drawn to that particular trainer, the Scope. But the Puma Club Era was the one that I wore the most, only on the basis that it is a really good looking trainer. I can't forget the beefed up Vomeros. They are currently getting a lot of wear, especially around this time of the year. I didn't convey in my review how easy these are to put on feet. The elasticated toggle laces make so much of a difference, and the fact you don't need to worry somewhat about the rainy weather is a good thing, because these are quite waterproof. But I have tested it on my other videos of how waterproof, so if you want to see that, then check my other video. For smart casual wear, there was only one trainer worn, which was the On Wave Runner. Plainly, it's just a good looking trainer, and the all black look is stealthy. I'm not sure why I haven't bought another pair, but maybe this year I might get another pair of these. But the colorways are really nice. Obviously, I've highlighted a few sneakers worn this year, but as you know, there are some trainers that haven't been mentioned, but that's how it is. You know, my collection is unnecessarily high. There's too many kind of sneakers, so you're not going to wear everything. I'm not going to do a video on what I haven't worn because it doesn't make sense. But there's just quite a few hype trainers that I just haven't touched this year or last year. Anyway, I said I'm going to talk about my trainers that I'm going to get rid of, but I think I'll leave that to another video because I don't want this video to be too long. If you are interested in what I actually getting rid of out my collection, comment below, clear out, and depending on how many comments, I might do a video, a quick one, might do a short one, I don't know. It depends how many people comment on it. So what was my favorite worn shoe in 2024? Was it the White Thunders, Fears, or the Air Maxes? Wow. Believe it or not, my favorite all-rounder is the Vomero Rome and the Puma Club 2 Era. As I alluded to earlier on, the Vomeros is quite easy to put on feet, and the way it looks is really nice. It is a clean look, it's a robust look. I love it. The Club 2 Era is a sleek shoe. The Vomero and the Club 2 Era, in terms of price bracket, they're two different price bracket, but the Club 2 is, if I'm looking at smart casual, even though I did talk about the arms, if I was looking at smart casual, the Club 2 Era is really nice. And I've got two pairs now because I love it so much. Let me know your thoughts and let me know what you're wearing all year round. If you want to see what I said about the Vomeros or the Club 2s, then have a look at these videos. And I either put it here or here. Yeah? All right. Until the next video.